Take a moment to observe your surroundings. Everything you interact with, whether it's your phone, the building you're in, or even the streets you walk, was once nothing more than a passing thought in someone's imagination. These weren't random appearances. They were born in the unseen world of the mind before taking shape in the physical one. The path to the moon didn't begin with engineers or rockets. It started with an idea, a silent vision that was nurtured until it became real. That's the true nature of creation. Our inner reality always precedes the outer. If you want to change your life, the shift begins not with action, but with perception, by choosing to dwell in the version of reality you desire, mentally and emotionally, before it ever materializes. If this way of thinking feels unfamiliar or a little abstract, you're not alone. The first step is surprisingly simple. Make a choice. Ask yourself, what is it that I deeply want? That question is the doorway. You don't need to have all the answers right away. Just sit with it. Let silence be your guide. Reflect on the kind of life that lights a spark within you, the moments that bring you alive inside. Don't filter your thoughts or shrink them down to what's practical. Be honest. You're not making a list for others. You're tuning into your own creative energy. To me, prayer isn't begging the universe. It's affirming what's already yours on an unseen level. It's less about asking and more about knowing. It's stepping into a feeling of fulfillment before any evidence appears. That subtle internal shift from yearning to having is what activates the process of manifestation. But how can you fully believe in something that hasn't yet shown up in your world? How do you embrace what you can't yet see? Think of it like this. If you wanted to hold a baseball but didn't have one, could your mind still bring the sensation to life? Absolutely. Close your eyes and imagine the texture, the stitching, the firmness in your grip. It becomes vivid. Then try switching it. Now it's a tennis ball. You notice it's lighter, softer, maybe a bit fuzzy. Next, imagine a golf ball. It's small, solid, smooth. Each shift in your imagination brings with it a new experience. You're not pretending, you're perceiving. Your senses are participating in a reality that exists only within you, but feels entirely real. You can even take it further. Don't just picture a flower, start to smell it. Think of a rose. Inhale its sweet, rich aroma. Now imagine a lily. Notice how its scent is fresher, more delicate. You haven't touched a petal, yet your mind distinguishes the difference. That's the richness of your inner landscape. That's where true creation begins, not in the physical, but in the sensory world you carry within you. When your inner world becomes vivid and emotionally charged, your external world begins to mirror it. Synchronicities start unfolding, random conversations, unexpected opportunities, spontaneous inspiration. But none of it feels accidental. It feels aligned, like life is catching up with a vision you already accepted as true. And in a way, that's exactly what's happening. You're not bending reality. You're finally flowing with the current of how it naturally unfolds, from within, outward. You might not have thought of it this way before, but money carries a kind of energy you can actually sense. To someone who genuinely values and understands it, money has a distinct presence, almost like a fragrance that lingers in the air. Just as a person who adores flowers can recognize the scent of a rose in an instant, someone tuned into the frequency of abundance can detect the essence of wealth before it ever appears in sight. It's not just recognized, it's felt, familiar, safe, resonant with their inner being. And it's not only about scent. Money also has a recognizable feel. Hold a dollar bill in one hand and a blank page in the other. You'll notice a clear difference, not just through touch, but through awareness. There's a subtle energy pulsing through it, a kind of invisible weight that stirs something inside. That feeling isn't just physical, it's rooted in your consciousness. It speaks to the creative force within you, the part of you that knows how to shape reality from the unseen. Why not explore this for yourself? Don't brush it off just because it defies logic or convention. Remember, many revolutionary ideas were once dismissed as nonsense. Flying machines, walking on the moon, speaking across oceans. Each of them started as visions that no one believed in, until someone did, and everything changed. The beauty of this practice is you're not doing it to prove anything to others. You don't need their agreement. Some people will never believe in anything they can't measure, and that's okay. Your journey isn't about convincing, it's about experiencing. If this simple act of imagination shifts something in you, then that's your truth, and no one else can define that for you. So choose something to focus on, a vision, a goal, a heartfelt wish. It could be for yourself, or even more powerful, for someone else. When you hold a beautiful vision for another person, when you become the space through which love and abundance can flow into their life, you're connecting to something greater than just personal desire. You're aligning with divine intention. Picture that person at their best, radiant, joyful, healthy, successful. See their face lighting up as they tell you about the blessings that have come their way. Not because you told them what to want or do, but because you quietly loved them through your imagination and you expected nothing in return. Then just release it. Let it go with trust. The moment you truly surrender the outcome, the universe begins to weave it into reality. Maybe it happens quickly. Maybe it unfolds in its own perfect rhythm. But it will unfold because what's imagined with pure feeling and belief already has life in the unseen. This is what it means when we say, feeling is the secret. It's not about physically possessing something. It's about emotionally stepping into the state of already having it. Ask yourself, if I already had what I desire, how would I feel right now? And then live there, not with tension, not with urgency, but with calm inner knowing. Because in the invisible field, where all creation begins, what you've imagined is already real. Every great journey begins not with the first step, but with the destination already reached in the mind. What you truly desire isn't some distant reward waiting at the end of a long path. It's the starting point. Creation always begins with a vision of completion. Before any action is taken, your inner world must already be there. So instead of waiting for external signs or proof, go straight to the outcome in your imagination. Step fully into that final moment. Feel the satisfaction, the joy, the confidence of already being the version of you who has arrived. In the beginning, this might feel unnatural. Your current reality might shout the opposite of what you're imagining. Logic might try to pull you back, telling you that you're dreaming too big. But here's the truth. Doubt often masquerades as logic. It speaks with a voice that sounds like yours, offering reasonable warnings that are really just fear in disguise. Its job is to keep you safe, but only within the limits of what's already known. You don't have to argue with it. You don't need to win a debate. Just gently shift your focus. Let that voice fade into the background while you lean into trust. Begin to carry yourself as someone who already lives the reality you're calling in. Let your words, your thoughts, and your energy reflect that truth. This isn't fantasy, it's deliberate creation. Because the more you embody that future now, the more reality bends to match it. Assumptions are incredibly powerful tools. Even if they seem far from your current experience, they carry weight when you hold them consistently. What you continue to affirm in your mind starts to take shape in the world around you. This is the unseen turning visible, the imagined becoming actual. So here's your task. Own your desired outcome. Believe in it so deeply that it becomes your emotional home. Return to it daily. Stand firm in that inner knowing, no matter what appears on the outside. Be unwavering in your loyalty to that inner picture. Because when you do, life will begin to reorganize itself around your belief, not the other way around. Thank you for sharing this moment with me. If something in this message stirred something deep within you, know that it wasn't by chance. You were meant to hear it. You're always welcome here. Feel free to explore the channel for more soul-nourishing content, and be sure to join us in the next video. I'm truly grateful for your presence. You matter more than you know. See you soon.